Hello, hello, and welcome! We are once again back with the Ace Attorney franchise. We are now playing the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, which is a high-definition remaster of the original first 3 games for the Game Boy Advance, released in the early 2000s, which were, of course, later ported to the DS, where they gained great notoriety here in the United States. This series is also known as Gyakuten Saiban in Japanese, which stands for Turnabout Court. So, and of course, this is made by Capcom, a company who makes games that I really like, and also makes decisions that I don't understand sometimes. But this is a good one. And also, the Apollo Justice Collection was just announced, launching in January, which means that I need to get going and play some Phoenix Wright. As you may recall, we have played through the previous sort of series, in a way, the Great Ace Attorney, which is 2 games put into one. And that is a prequel set in the 1800s. So that was great fun, and I loved it. And now we're going to fast forward into the future, where we will be playing as Ryunosuke's descendant, maybe, Phoenix Wright. So that's another interesting part about this series, is that the translation was done in an era when people tried to localize things in a way that eschewed Japanese culture. So the Phoenix Wright series is supposed to take place in Japan, but in actuality it takes place in quote-unquote California. This makes sense for the first few cases, and gets increasingly absurd as the series goes on, as it tries desperately to pretend that this is not actually Japan. So it has actually earned the nickname Japanifornia from Phoenix Wright fans. But anyway, let's get going. We're going to start our epic tale with the first game in the series, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. There we go, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Let's do it. Episode 1. The first turnabout. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this! I've gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hey there, Chief. Oh, glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you. And your client as well. Thanks? Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life! Everything! It's all over! Huh? Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death! Despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished! Can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case. To clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hand shaking, eyesight fading, palms sweaty, mom spaghetti. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. That would be Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you will do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Ooh, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. Wait. Uh-oh. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course, I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? It is, let's see, my attorney badge. Somebody killed it. No, it is, Cindy. Cause of death. Okay, her name's Cindy. So there's Mia. Larry. Cindy Stone, the victim in this case. A model. She lived in an apartment by herself. So let's go ahead and present that. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. We did cover that. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. You may recall that, this guy here, his, ancestor was also in the Great Ace Attorney. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was this statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court record. A statue in the shape of the Thinker. It is rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the tab button to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. There he gets excited easily. This could be bad. Ahem. Mr. Butts. Is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. He just wasn't taking my phone calls. Or seeing me. Ever. What's that to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what would you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it, lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who give her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Does the word thought come to mind, Mr. Butts? Tell me. Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I stop him from answering? My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof! Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Oh no, he went. What do I do? Have him answer honestly or stop him from answering? Let's stop him from answering, because this is getting, dicey. I'll send him a signal. Lie like a dog. No! I wasn't going for that. I was just saying, let's object or something. Well, see, it's like this. I don't remember. You don't remember? Well then, we'll just have to remind you. I've got a bad feeling about this. We have a witness that can prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. I've got some more pun names. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness's account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant, sitting right over there. Mary, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout record. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Huh. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness you gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? And that witness must have lied in his testimony. Is your client really guilty? Oh, how do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with tab, then point out contradictions in the testimony. There we go, the core gameplay loop of this series. Witness's account, cross-examination. Alright, we can also press, which I don't think got mentioned yet, but I like to press so we can get some more dialogue. Hold it! Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him. I don't know, he just seemed strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime. The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture. Of course, what the witness means is that the man he saw looks suspicious. So what happened next? So the next part is thinking he was in a hurry. Half open, you say? Yes, the door was open halfway. Yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd, in a big city like this, I thought. I see. And what happened next? Thinking it's strange, you looked inside the apartment, alright? What gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? We climb mountains because they're there. Same thing. Truer words have never been spoken. Anyone would look inside. Why did pain cut him off so quickly? So you looked into the apartment. What happened then? You saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. Are you sure she was dead? Well, no, guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well, what happened next? I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. Right, so let's see. We got that one. Let's jump into this one here. So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes. I mean, no, nothing. Okay, what happened next? He thought to call the police. Let's talk about that. You thought to call the police? Does that mean you didn't actually call them? Please, listen to the rest of the testimony. Thought to call the police. What happened next? However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Alright, let's talk about that some more. The phone in her apartment wasn't working? Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't. Right. But you said you didn't go into the apartment. Or did you? Oh, that? Well, I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? Went to a nearby park and found a public phone, okay? Why use a public phone? Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone. And being the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer at the nearby apartments. Right. What time did you call again? I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. 1 p.m.? Are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. 1 p.m.? Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. Exactly, it was 1 p.m. That's all of it. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere. Examine the court record with Tab if something strikes you as being suspicious. Then find the evidence that contradicts his testimony and present it to the court. Alright? The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting there. Let's press that one too. Are you absolutely 100% positive? Yes, it was him. No mistake about it. The witness says he's certain. Okay. Got it. Okay. Alright, we're gonna look at this. There's something up here. There's gotta be. That's your passport. 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Hang on a second. If she died around 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., and he was 1 p.m., she would not be dead. So there is the contradiction. Objection! Oh yeah. You found the body at 1 p.m.? Are you sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody to, no body to find at 1 p.m. Explain this 3-hour gap. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Solid, Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Oh, wait! I remember now! Would you care to give your testimony again? The time of discovery, here we go. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. The power was out. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. I'm terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. The time of discovery. Alright. When he found the body, he heard the time. Okay. You said heard, not saw? Yes, heard. All I saw was the body lying there. I didn't think to look at anything else, least of all my watch. Isn't that a little strange? So you're saying you heard something? But if you were so shocked by the body, you wouldn't hear anything at all. The witness did say he actually heard the time. It's ludicrous to suggest he wouldn't hear anything. I have to agree with the prosecution. Witness, continue your testimony. The voice saying the time was probably coming from the television. Are you sure it was a television and not a radio? Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio. Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large television. Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television. The witness has testified. He heard the time. 3 hours off. Alright. How do you explain the gap? Well, witness, can you explain this? I must have been watching a video. Video? Yes, that would explain why the time was wrong. True. Right. I think the problem lies someplace else. Agreed that you heard the time at the scene, then. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Are you sure the voice you heard said it was 1 p.m.? Yes, I can practically hear it now. It was quite clear. Mr. Payne, has the prosecution verified this testimony? My apologies, Your Honor. I too have only just learned that the witness heard the time. Oh, I'm really sorry. I only remembered it just now. Misunderstanding, okay? Well, you just watch. Not much point pressing him on that one, was there? Alright. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Alright, this statement here, because we know the power is off, right? This isn't exactly super hard. So I think this is the statement we're going to press this on. Objection! Yeah! Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Solid. Let's hear your testimony one more time, please. Hearing the time. Witness testimony. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? Well, I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Hearing the time. Okay. So he didn't hear the time, he saw it.
Hold it!
That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remembered that table clock. A table clock? Yeah. Oh, we got the music. The examination music, it's heating up.
Hold it!
Alright. A table clock. Was there a clock at the scene? This is the first I've heard of it. The murder weapon.
Hold it!
The murder weapon? Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? How would you know that was the weapon? Something's fishy here. It must have been what I saw.
Hold it!
Why didn't you tell us that in the first place? I guess it just slipped my mind. I'm not really sure how it happened myself. The witness says he saw the table clock. End of story. Now, find the contradiction. Alright, we're gonna find it. We're gonna spot the liar. There was a table clock in the apartment. Yeah, the murder weapon. Alright. Is that it? Wait. It's a... It's a statue. There's a problem with that. It's a statue, it's not a clock. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sot. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? I sure do. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went to the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there! I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw it. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never... Look, The clock. I hear it. No, I mean, I saw it. Ah! Shut up, shut up, shut up. I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn! Give him death. Order. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is running on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawat heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... try sounding it? Or examine the clock's batteries. Oh, this is a two-pointer. Yikes. Try sounding it? Let's sound the clock now here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawat heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawat, trying to talk your way out of this one. you forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? You can't prove that. You don't have a case. Oh, he's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it, it was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawat. Uh-oh. Well, yes, because reasonable doubt doesn't exist in the Phoenix Wright universe, by the way. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! Your lawyers are all slime. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawat. Chief! Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Tough words! Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. It was her European vacation.
Take that!
The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. That's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in their apartment was wrong. proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It. Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Order! Order, I say! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. And with that, this court is adjourned. It turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Oh, I still can't believe we won. Right. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick! Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. This case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. She's gone forever. Larry, she was, no, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. Present? For me? Wait, did I miss the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You? You made this? Oh, well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Oh, it's the statue, because she brought it with to Europe, so it meant something.
Take that!
Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. I hope that made him feel a little better. Right. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. What we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen. Learn. Grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Oh, Phoenix got the Riz. And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave me. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Oh ho ho. The end of Case 1 of the Phoenix Wright Trilogy. A brand new episode has been added. Turnabout Sisters. Let's save our progress up to this point. Brang, brang of the cell. Not that I have to automatopoeia that for you. Hello? This is Maya. Hey, Maya, it's me. Mia! What's up? We haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely. And it's all your fault. Well, nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So, what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, The Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always liked toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 p.m., to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. This is the Americanization of the translation coming in here, because her obsession in the original is ramen. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. All right. It's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep. I'll be waiting. Maya. Conversation recorded September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 5th, 8:57 p.m., the Fay and Company Law Offices. Now, Miss Fay, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Fay, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Ho, ho, ho! You are not cogniferous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Ho ho, my dear Miss Fay. I am so very sorry. But I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay. Oh boy. Red, white, blue. America. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. The Fay & Co. Law Offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. Alright. Oh, we have our, like, investigation segment now. We could do... Oh, this doesn't, like, give me, hotspots to look at. It's too bad. But, alright, I'm just gonna, we'll head to the office. That smell. Blood. Sis? Someone's there. Chief? Chief! Chief! Who are you? Strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally, she was cold. Chief. Alright, we gotta examine here. It's encrusted with dried blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon again. So the thinker was again... Oh, okay, it lights up when I have something I can actually look at. That's good. Well, let's look at the body. Chief? It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. Yep. Yes, never get a thinker clock. Yeah, don't. Just don't. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Glass shards added to the court record. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? Huh? The word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya? Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. Receipt added to the court record. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police. And find out what that girl was doing here. Alright. Let's do that. Is there a phone in here? Huh? That girl just now. Where'd she go? Well, hello there. I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Yipes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here. Maya Fay. Maya Fay? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. I shall present. Look at this receipt. Look at this receipt! Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. Huh? That's my name! Oh, why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would Sis write my name? Uh-oh, now I've done it. I better hurry up and call the police. Can I talk to her at all? What happened? Yeah. She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me. Can you tell me what happened? I came in, the room was dark, and Sis... So she was already dead. Alright, you and the chief. So you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting? This late at night? Yes. She said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes, it was that clock. It was the thinker. Okay, I got the thinker. Alright. That thinker is more of a stinker, am I right? Is there a phone over here? The reception desk. I usually sit here. Okay. You couldn't cram more legal books in here even if you wanted to. You can gaze upon the shelves without feeling insignificance. The descriptions in this game are a lot more concise than the ones in Great Ace Attorney, I've noticed. It's like you get entire short stories about things you examine in Great Ace Attorney. A small writing desk cluttered with office supplies. A large painting. I guess you'd call this modern art. I, on the other hand, call it a mistake. Oh, Phoenix, art critic. This sofa is for clients. It's leather, a real luxury model. Okay. Let's go. Maybe the phone's in her office? Oh, there it is, yeah. Alright, phone time. So what's this? The Fay & Co. ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Right, I'd better call the police. Huh? That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Please! Please, come quick! What was that? Someone's screaming from outside the window? Whoa! She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. Should I try to call? The phone receiver is missing a few screws. I better not use it. Why is the phone receiver missing a few screws? Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. I bet all she used this PC for was email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. And she really liked to post Phoenix Wright memes for some reason. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. Alright. I can't look at anything over there, I guess? I guess not. Maybe we can look at this chair. The chief's chair. A simple, functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in, too. Okay, let's go back out here. Uh-oh. Wee-oo. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! All right. I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? I got a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of yous moving 1 inch, okay? Great. Just great. Maya, wait. She wouldn't have... No. Whoa! Excuse me. Huh? This word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What?! The victim do this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not... Case closed! You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m., detention center visitor's room. Oh, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you gonna be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Sorry, not a chance. I love it. Of course I will. First things first, I better get her cheered up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up. Really? Oh, did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. What's wrong? You don't think I can do it? No, no one could. Who would believe me? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought... It's okay. I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. I heard you're really good at solving clock murders. Yes. Huh, so he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is... experience. Huh. Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. Oh, burn! That's what she said! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia... I know. Alright, let's talk. Let's talk about you, Maya. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it that you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium. In training. A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Let's talk about the day of the crime. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes. That clock shaped like the thinker. The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things. Your cell phone. So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it. Right. Oh, I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Maya's memo. A conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone. Well, thanks. Thanks. Alright. Oh, more day of the crime. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Oh, let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the thinker clock that Larry made. Practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9. The lights were off, and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. And then spirit medium, let's hear about this. What's this deal? So you're an acolyte, a, medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So, Mia was into this stuff too? Of course! She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait. What? So, you're a real, honest-to-goodness spirit medium with ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Huh? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? Huh? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me? Accept or refuse? Oh, well, fine. We'll accept. Sure, why not? I'll go ask her. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Huh? Say, what about your parents? Oh, I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. Visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Alright, so we gotta do some moving. So we have the Fay & Co. law offices, and then we have the Grossberg law offices. So let's go to the Grossberg offices. Oh, it's a big question mark. Let's see what it's like. September 6th, Grossberg law offices. And according to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. Okay. Boy, he's got a nice picture. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick, it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. What else we got? Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books? Huh. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. Interesting. No clues. Anything else? The plant. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. And then what's about the desk? A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Nice. Alright, then let's go to the Fay & Co. law offices. September 6th, Fay & Co. law offices. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal! No trespassing! Sorry, don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Ah, I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were Detective Gumshoe, Detective Gumtree, or Detective Suede Shoes? Well, let's be nice and call him his name. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right! At your service. Hang on. That's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick. Get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you'd better do it quick. Whew. He thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Alright, let's show him Maya's memo first. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Do you think you could give it back? Gumshoes look like he smells like New York. I'm sure he does. Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. Tell him straight. Yeah, we'll be honest with him. If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me. Something the matter? Oh, no, it's just, you know, detective. Nope, I know nothing, pal. That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. The cell phone holds all a little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets. You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal, I already checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive, you're quite the detective. Uh-huh. Oh, here, you can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there, after all. Seems you didn't notice the recorded conversation. My cell phone received from Detective Gumshoe. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. Okay, well, let's check. So, I mean, we went through this anyway. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. It's 3 pages, got it, all good. Nothing too crazy there. What more can we talk to you about, Detective Gumshoe? About Miss Faye, did you do an autopsy? Hmm? You want to know the results, eh? No, don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. All right, you can see the report, but that's all. Time of death, 9/5 at 9 p.m. Cause single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. Okay. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't gonna win. Ooh, why do you say that? The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth. I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. Oh, Edgeworth. Who could this Edgeworth fellow be? I mean, I know, but... Is it eating soup or drinking soup? These are questions that are important to ask, yes. Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. Consuming soup, yes. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you'd better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Oh. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me your name. Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already, then? You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not gonna go outside her room until the trial. So she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Let's talk about Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? Of course I do. I have played the 2 video games that star him. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Oh, don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So, Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Now, of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Alright, hey, Gumshoe, check out my attorney's badge. What's that? Sorry, pal, but I got no info for the likes of you. Aw. Usually in the games, everybody has unique dialogue for presenting the a badge to them. But anyway, let's go to the Gatewater Hotel. Jeez, I hope there's no, like, odd things going on at this hotel. September 6th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303. Sprite and milk, that sounds horrible. Well, hello there, handsome. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Tee-hee. Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting, I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. Let's look around what we got. That's the window she was looking out of. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fay & Co. law offices building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. I want to know, hang on a second. Why is there 2 glasses here? A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. Oh. It's a bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. Ah, still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever. One of those hanging on the wall. The flowers are fake, as expected. Probably not the only things that are fake in this room. I'm sorry, I had to say it. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! Hey! What are you doing? No touching. Oh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought you was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Well, let's talk. First, you gotta see my attorney's badge. Excuse me, but I'm a witness. Police witness, you understand? How could I possibly give you any information in good conscience, huh? Me, the witness, it's just like in the movies. Uh-huh. Let's talk about what you witnessed. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Oh, observe? Incident? You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it, pretty please? Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh, boy. Let's talk about you. Could you... Just who exactly are you? Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No, hey, I'm just doing my job here. You know, you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do? Well, no. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you? Oh, boy. The room. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Oh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives like on television. No, not me. I'm, just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage, Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Oh, boy. Alright, well, that was, overall fairly useless. Mia's cell phone. I don't really have much I can do with her. So... I cannot look at that screwdriver. It's still available, but I can't look at it with her around. So we might just have to go somewhere else. Is Grossberg here yet? Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I have ever heard. Aha! So you're the one they say has been looking for me? Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, you know? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please, proceed. Not busy? How come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir? Actually, it's about Maya Fey. Ah, yes, Maya Fey. Go on. Why the strange reaction? Cha-cha! I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice, no. It's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? Let's talk about this guy. How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, it's just... I'm busy, you see? But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Oh, I think not. Huh? Did you say something? I think not. I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry. But I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? Can we talk about your painting, maybe? Or Mia? Let's talk about Mia. How did you know Mia Fey? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. Okay, what about your painting? That's quite a painting. Ah, you noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. I am a really big fan of One Piece. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. Okay. You wanna look at my lawyer badge? I'm very sorry, but I've got nothing to say regarding this badge. Oh, okay. This must be before they established the badge joke. Well, let's go tell Maya the news. September 6th, 3:42 p.m. Detention Center, Visitors Room. Maya. Oh, you're back! Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see... I'll just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. Let's talk about your family. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive? What about your mother? The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. Spider eggs in the ears. Whoa. I don't know. Ruined. After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. So, you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her, all by herself up on that mountain. The, you know, spirit medium mountains of California. So, who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it. Apparently, the police were running out of leads and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow, so what happened? The case was solved. We thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. Huh? The police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother became the laughing stock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White? There's actually a mountain in California called Mount Shasta that has tons of UFO sightings, paranormal reports, tons of myths about it from Native... Oh! Well. This must be one of those, Native American Japanese spirit mediums. Interesting. Just a little longer now before the appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? No. We must. Thou must defend Maya. I've made up my mind. I'm gonna defend you, whether you want me to or not. It doesn't actually work that way, Phoenix. Why? Why? Well, I can't abandon you. Someone else is the culprit. I don't know why. I can't abandon you, yeah, but I mean, Mia gave us this whole, like, spiel in the first case about you should always believe in your client, which is a giant theme of this series. So, yeah, we'll see. I can't abandon you. No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know. I've been there a long time ago. Whoa. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right, thank you. Whew, she smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes! And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. I really want to look in that woman's drawers. Alright. Can we go back to the gate? Yeah, let's do it. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are... Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? Ah, I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the, facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait. Now's my chance to snoop around a bit. Ah, I almost forgot! Ah! You came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right. Sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name before? Wright. That was his name. My sister told me. Thanks for the flashback. Wright was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Yeah, that's just what the flashback a minute ago told us. Could it be a coincidence? I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Alright, let's look at this. There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now is my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? Wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Wiretap added to the court record. Oh, we got it. There is definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this. I know it. All right. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial. That's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Oh, wait. I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, bellboy, you still there? Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangling with you tomorrow, Miss May, in court. To be continued. Da-da-da-da-da. We're gonna save our progress. And we're gonna keep it going. September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Oh. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Miso soup is good. Oh, mice soup. Oh, I read that as miso soup at first, because that sounds actually really good. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence that she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please, describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by the window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Yeah, why are they still calling it a statue and not a clock? Now, detective. Yes, sir? You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene. Correct. Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Smack. Hey! Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Alright. Maya phase arrest. Let's see. As soon as the phone call came in, you rushed. Let's see. Let's press on that. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey, pal. Don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gateway Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay. I pressed. I'm not sure it did much, though. Right. Please continue. 2 people there already. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right. I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So tell us, who the 2 people you found on the scene were? Yes, sir. The defendant? Yeah. Maya and Phoenix, right? Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act only gets you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you 2 stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. And he immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Let's press. Why's that? What's your reason? Why? We had a witness account describing it, right. So let's talk about that. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yeah. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Okay. Okay, after securing the suspect, And did you find any evidence? Now, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part. I got a bad feeling about this. Memo, okay. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Oh, then who did write it, smarty pants? Who? I did. Miss May or the killer? The killer. The killer. Anyone can see that. Oh, You're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. She was framed. Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, detective? Tell us what was written on that memo you found. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Okay, so we're gonna take that out. Do you have proof it was Maya who wrote that? Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh. He sounded pretty confident. This might not be good. Let's see. Lab test results. What kind of tests were these again? What kinds? Well, I hear they take the little bits in the blood. The hemoglobin, the hermogoblin, the hobgoblin, the hermogoblin boblin. I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, you're honest, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation. As should you. Oh, that was a mess. Right, where was I? Blood found on the victim's finger. He can't keep getting away with this, I know.
Hold it!
On which hand was the bloody finger, detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Ha! Nice try. Uh-oh. I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Okay, I immediately see a problem with this one. But let's press real quick.
Hold it!
Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure! It happens all the time in books and the movies. This isn't a movie, detective. Oh, let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases. No. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order! That didn't go so well. That's right, what he said. That's his whole testimony? Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. Yeah, I know exactly where it is. Because before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name, right? But we have this autopsy report here. Death was instantaneous. Let's do it.
Objection!
Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying? What? Well, this isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, detective. Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down.
Objection!
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? We got it the day after the murder? Or was it the day of the murder? I think it was the day after the murder, right? Yeah. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being... That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. Man, it's a good thing this is fictional and prosecutors don't withhold key pieces of evidence in trials in real life. I'm really glad that doesn't happen. I see! Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. The detective's a sham, or I'm a sham. You know what? I'm mad at Gumshoe. We're gonna call him a sham. Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham. How could you give me a faulty report? Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe. I'm disappointed in you. Handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? But... Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Died from a blow by a blunt object, may have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Wink. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Oh, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, in my hotel room. I checked in it right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. All right, witness testimony. It was 9 at 9. I looked out the window, and then, saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. With that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy wink. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Oh, wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? Oh, I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite, firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were, Miss Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine this witness? Yes. No, I think I just want to give up and lose the case. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright, here we go.
Hold it!
Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know, had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Do it. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out of your window at that time of night.
Objection!
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop it! The poor girl! Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. There will be no simping in this court. Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? Alright, saw a woman with long hair being attacked. Okay.
Hold it!
The woman with long hair, that was Mia Fey? Uh-huh. Slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing. Your thing? And the person attacking her? There's the mousy girl. Hates it. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know. She had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. And the testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. I question it. Nope, I'm sus. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you saw nothing. Did you really see the defendant at all? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But, still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Draw! What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details was necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Wink. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, we almost had her. Witness's account. Oh, okay, so we got into the next area. I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that whip, and I saw it, I did. That clock, the kind of statue-y clock? The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? The clock, wait a minute. Why does she know it's a clock? I see. Only wish you'd been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Witness's account. Alright, let's press. So you saw me then, too? Of course! I remember that spiky hair anywhere. Spiky? The witness will refrain from personal attacks on the defense attorney. Aw, was I a bad girl? I'm sorry. Very well, continue. Okay. dodged. Is that right? As in you're right? As you looked from the hotel? Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right. It was my right hand, right? Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. Alright, girl in the hippie clothes. How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes. That's what that's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun. What happened then? Did she hit her with that weapon? Let's talk about that. Where did this weapon come from? She picked it up from the desk. I see. What sort of weapon was it? That clock. Okay. A clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. That clock, the statue-y clock, the thinker, I think? Yeah. Do I like miners? M-I-E, I noticed you spell it M-I-N-E-R-S. Yes. I do, indeed. The dwarves are great people, as long as they don't dig too deep or too greedily. A clock? Didn't this come up in another... Oh, we did this. Yeah, we did this already. Okay. So let us presente the thinker.
Objection!
Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
Objection!
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright.
Objection!
The questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Phew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it. Say the time. So you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co.? No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have rung. Because we know that she took the guts out of it. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look, right now. Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we may ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. Oh, that's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... the conversation. Yeah, the cell phone conversation.
Take that!
Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Oh, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yeah, that's a one-of-a-kind clock. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness has not seen the clock before. Yes, this is true. Yes, it is two of a kind. Clock in the form of a statue. The clock's gears have been removed, made by Larry Butts. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today. What's it to you, porcupine head? Stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! She is. Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Wink. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes. Oh my gosh, no. Turn green and start twerking. Oh no. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, You knew the weapon was a clock because you heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That's correct, Your Honor. There's no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. The wiretap. Have a look at this. That? I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness is in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is, what's the cell phone record?
Take that!
I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Yeah, what's up? Haven't called in a while. Or something. What is it? It's a clock. It's made to look like the statue of the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to the conversation. I'm glad you like it. I love this game too. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The Escapist 2. Oh, I think I have that game. I think I bought it in a sale. The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer? It's no fair. All of you keep ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Escapists. Yeah, this and the escapists. Yeah. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping relevant? Gosh, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I'd hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha, I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil, evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. No. Are you kidding me? Translator. And of course I can, and will. You can't be serious. No way. Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so, the killing happened at around 9 that night? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee? You know, like normal coffee, but cold. You don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee? Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Wink. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So, where does this leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're gonna let her just walk away? There's no way I can win on this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well... Come on, think of something. So... Okay, that's the floor plan, and that's the... I'm trying to think if we should call her, or keep talking to her, or call the bellboy. I don't know if there's a whole lot value-wise left to talk to her. So I'm thinking we should call the bellboy. Let's do that. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunken quite low enough already. Objection! I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer. Thus, she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty from Miss Maya Fey. What?! That's some BS. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. Apparently, defense lawyers can't just call their own witnesses. What should I do? Accept the condition. Give up. No, we're gonna do this. Alright, I've got nothing to lose, except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Cool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. The DLC for the escape is just pretty slow. Okay. I'll just check and see if I have that. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. This certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. So I read an interesting thing about when they were designing this game. They weren't sure yet what they wanted the tone of it to be. And it was actually when they designed the bellboy here, and they decided that he was going to show up to court in his full bellboy costume, holding the tray. They decided that this game's tone was going to be somewhat goofy. So this guy set the course of the entire series. Very good, sir. Miss May's room service. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. What's he looking at? What's he looking at there? Probably the tip he's going to be getting. I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right. I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. Alright, Miss May's room service. Alright. What exactly is it that you do at the hotel? Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests, I check out guests. I clean rooms, I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. I check Miss May in personally. Are you always so prim? Mr. Wright, who will refrain from asking frivolous questions? Alright, what's next? Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? Let's see. 9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9, the time of the murder. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. Spellboy wouldn't have any reason to lie. We'll have to find... Alright, okay, let's see if we can... At 9, I brought it to her... I think we're up to press here. I brought it to her at the time you requested. Okay, precisely 9 then? Precisely. Exactly, and most definitely so, 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? And the last one is, you are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, the guests, favored me with an embarrasser, sir. Oh, sorry, an embrasser, sir. Embrasser? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. Best flavor of chicken wings? I am pretty partial to the, Chipotle dry flavor from Buffalo Wild Wings, personally. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Protest. Hashtag resist. Wait, please wait. Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question.
Objection!
Your Honor, you must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question. That's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. You know, I haven't gone it just for the sauce, but I do go, and I make sure to order a lot of it when I go. What do I ask him about? The check-in? No, we already talked about the check-in. We've already... The bed making? I don't know, that's... what about the room service? Yeah. Tell me again about, room service. Again, sir? At exactly 9, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. An $18 coffee? What the heck? Did Japanifornia Joe Biden make inflation that bad? Let's see. Huh? $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know, and we don't skimp on the ice, sir. Oh! So wait, the iced coffee was $9 each? That's still outrageous. I would not pay for that. I don't care how good the iced coffee is. What did he say? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What did you say? Quite. I got to Taco Bell and buy chalupas and get 30 packets of the sauce. Hey, you are a fellow of culture. I tip my non-existent hat to you. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room?
Objection!
I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... Huh? He asked me not to mention it, if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. The burritos are good. Oof! You fool! I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought the room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was... the man with Miss May. I mean, that's kind of obvious. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. Oh my, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Now, I'm not a lawyer, but I feel like in sane legal land, this would probably be a mistrial at this point. I don't know. But whatever. The Phoenix Wright universe runs on YOLO. Oof. Upstart amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. Sometimes I put my hands in my cold drinks with ice in them. Hey, you do you. September 7th, 2:24 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know? Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? A face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... yeah, I can see that. No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm gonna find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Hurts in a cold way because it's cold. That's right. And then Arnold Schwarzenegger comes in and says, I find myself cold to your pleas of mercy. Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record, which, by the way, perjury is not illegal in the Phoenix Wright universe. May testimony. The victim dodged an attack. Wait, can I look at that again? The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. So let's say, like what? She was like here. I mean, this is not a large office. If she dodged to the right... Wait, wasn't she found, like, wasn't she found near the wall and not the window? So if she really did dodge out of the way, I don't think April May would have even seen her, right? I mean, something's messed up there, but we'll find out. Now you know what I feel like every day. Yep. I don't know how much goodwill this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. Save. I'm going to take a very brief moment and then return, and we will get back into the investigation. Alright. I have returned. And we are back with more. September 7th, 3:11 p.m. Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Well, hello. I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place as this. For the dank memes. It's really quite moving. Not, you stinking lawyer. I hope you die. Have you come to laugh? Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May. No, not really. There's something I wanted to ask. Unfortunately, there is nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head? Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard. So, what is it you wish to ask of me then, For starters, how did you get to be so totally whacked? Wanna look at my badge? Hey, guess what? Actually, I really hate your guts. So get lost, because, well, I'm not cooperating. Thanks, I noticed. Sorry about that man. About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on. No way, Jose. Maybe if you had something to get her to talk. Why did you place a wiretap on Mia's phone? Aw, when you say it like that, it sounds so cold, so criminal. Tapping people's phones is a crime, Miss May. Oh, and I suppose you learned that in lawyer school, Creep. This woman is impossible to talk to. Say, why are you so angry? I mean, you don't look like a bad person. Well, that does it. Bottom-feeding, scum-sucking lawyer. But bottom? I can't tell, does she have a thing against lawyers or just against me? Alright, so we're not going to hear much from her. Can we go to the Gatewater Hotel? September 7th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303. Ah, welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, if I dare say so myself. Oh, thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. No, not at all, sir. Your efforts today can only help the Gatewater's rep, as they say. Huh? Rep? Yes, our reputation will swell as the hotel where the murderer used a wiretap. We can charge a premium for the room, of course. It will be great for business, sir. Whoa, Miss May hasn't been charged with murder. I, too, will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee. Why do I feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream? So, you are our honored guest. Please let me know if there's anything I can bring you. Let's talk. About Miss May. Oh, her? Sir, not to boast, but I knew the moment I saw her. She'd do it, I said. Do what? I'm starting to think the most suspicious person here is this guy. I wanted to ask you about the man who was with Miss May. Yes. He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon the expression. I knew it from the moment I saw him, sir. He and I are of the same ilk. We both carry the scent of danger. There we are in total agreement, Mr. Psycho Bellboy. If you had a photo of that man, I'm quite sure I could identify him. A photo? Could you tell me about this hotel? Absolutely. And on that subject, I have an excellent idea, sir. Currently, this hotel is known as the Gatewater. I propose that we add a subtitle. A subtitle? The Gatewater Hotel, Murder Manor. Well, what do you think? Sounds great. Whatever floats your tea set. Alright, so we gotta get a picture of this guy, basically. I wonder how we can do that. And let's go to the Fay & Co. See if there's anything we can get here. September 7th, Fay & Co. Law Offices. Looks like forensics is taking the day off today. Detective Gumshoe's nowhere in sight. The police really gave this place a working over. I doubt there are any valuable clues left. I suppose it can't hurt to take a look around, though. Probably nothing then. The sky is blue, and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. Let's see, an old movie poster. Probably this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Mia's desk. Perfectly clean as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. Mia's favorite potted plant. I guess I'll have to water it now. You couldn't cram more legal books in here if you wanted to. All the cases that the chief worked on are filed here. Are some of the files missing? Nah, I'm imagining things. Interesting, huh? Let's see. We can go to the Grossberg offices. September 7th, Grossberg Law Offices. Hey! Huh, looks like Grossberg's out today. Again. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason? What's this? Wait a second. Wasn't there a giant painting hanging on that wall? Yeah, it was a painting of a fisherman. Wasn't it? It wasn't a very memorable painting, anyhow. What's this? What's this? Old photos? There are two lying here. Something's been written in pencil on the backs. DL6 Incident, Exhibit A. DL6 Incident, Exhibit B. Let's take a look at these. Let's look at Exhibit A. I'm sure I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps I'll borrow this photo. I'm sure no one will miss just one little photo. It might be a valuable clue. I'll take it for now. Alright, photograph. And then, what about the other one? A photo lies on the desk. Maybe I should switch it with the one I took? Yeah. I think I'll swap them. Of course, we can't take them both. Because, you know, those of us who watched the opening cutscene realize that this is the murderer. Alright. Let's go back. Oh. And, hey, look at this picture. Take a look at this photo. That's him, detective. I'm the lawyer. Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is. No, I don't. Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit swearing that that's him? An affidavit? This guy is way too excited about this. Yeah, write it. Well, sure, why not? Yes, I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I will be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit. Just hurry up and write it. Alright, we got it. The bellboy's affidavit. Not even Miss May can play dumb to this. Alright. Let's go present it to her. You again? Can't you take a hint and stay gone? Hey, the only reason I'm back is because you won't talk to me. Oh, it's my fault now. You don't just have spiky hair, you also have a spiky heart. That does it. When this case is done, I'm shaving my head. Spoilers, he doesn't shave his head. Hey, check out this affidavit. Could you have a look at this? What's that? The bellboy's affidavit. It tells us everything he saw. Such as the man you checked in with. Who was most definitely this guy. I'm getting somewhere. Push her hard. This is it. All or nothing. Time to do a little bluff. No use playing dumb, if indeed that's an act. If you don't talk, I'm taking this info to the press. What? Even though he should have been witness to a murder, your little friend was missing. I'm sure the press would have a field day with his reputation. Oh, fine, I'll talk. You win, lawyer. Yes, man, that felt good. It's great to be alive. Why are you pumping your fists in the air? Now, tell me about the man you were with. That man, he's my boss. Red White, the president of the information gathering conglomerate, Blue Corp. Red White? Information gathering? Well, I suppose you could call it a detective agency. So this is the man that was with you the night of the murder? I'm scared to talk. I don't want to end up like her. Huh? It's okay. I'll just ask Mr. White himself. Can you tell me where Blue Corp is located? Mr. Red White at last. Finally, a lead on this guy. If April May couldn't have done it, that leaves him. Time to take action. Bellboy's affidavit discarded. Oh, okay. Okay. There you go, Blue Corp. Hey, that painting looks familiar. September 7th, Blue Corp Inc., the CEO's office. What's with the surreal decor? Welcome. Please, furnish me with the title of your personage. What the? Your name? What's your name? I was just inquirably asking the title that you go by. Wright. Phoenix Wright. Inquirably? Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous. Perhaps I have intimidated you with my giantesque vocabulary. What is this guy's problem? I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know, corporate expansion official. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I'm not used to conversing with the wordly challenged. What a fruitcake. Let me guess. You are an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this. What does he mean by that? No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself? Yipes, this guy's arrogance meter is off the scale. Let's talk. Miss May. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not? Oh, correct. She was my secretariat. What a shock it was to hear what she has done. What she has done? You mean the wiretap? Indeed, she is paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of our duties. But I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. It is inevitable that she would do this. It sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. The night of the murder. On the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room? Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy. Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy, has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly. No matter. The bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that. He raises a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution call him as a witness? He should have seen the same thing as April May. Ho 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 ho! The police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys. Playthings for my amusement. Let's talk about the painting. There's something that's been bothering me. Yes, so what might that be? That big painting on the wall over there. I've seen it before. You know, I've actually seen that painting before. Oh, just yesterday, actually. Your point being? My point is simple. Rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall? Mr. Wrong, was it? Right. It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you? Huh? A lawyer? No, my feeble friend, a mere lawyer. Worth nothing. Zilch, zippo, nada. Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney Grody Burger. What? Oof. He punched me. Well, Mr. Lawyer, what would you do, eh? You charge me with assault. Charge away, I welcome it. For it is you who will be found guilty. What? Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding. So you say. But I wonder, is that kind of control really possible? I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your comprehension. You came here from Grodeburgers, I presume. Mr. Grossberg's, yes. Then you must ask him, why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now, skedaddle. There is nothing more to discuss. What about Blue Corp? Can we talk about that? Would you be kind enough to cease your inane chattering and vacate these premises? Let me put it in language you are sure to understand. Shut up and get out. I have nothing more to say. Alright. The bellboy seems to be out. Huh? The sound of water coming from the shower. La-dee-da, money-making, I got the money-making blues? Oh, he's singing. Someone seems to enjoy washing the showers. Yeah, there's Grossberg. Huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat?
Jumping Jehoshaphat. Oh, you.
What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days.
Huh? I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess.
Something's really bothering him. That much is clear. Stop. Today's trial. So you came to see the trial?
Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see. I couldn't get a wink of sleep.
Really? What was that?
Well, you see, it's just Mia's sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl.
Let's talk about your refusal. Why did you not want to defend her? I asked before, but why did you refuse her request for defense? I think I have a right to know.
The right, Mr. Wright? No, I'm sorry. It's just, I need more time to think about it, my boy.
He does seem troubled about something. I'm starting to have a feeling I know what it is. So, I paid Blue Corp a visit.
I see.
Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit, something has been bothering me.
Oh, what is it? Well, out with it, my boy.
You see, it's just that big painting. Mr. Grossberg, sir, there was a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? The one you said had no intention of parting with? Well, I saw it today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corp. Red White's office.
So, you noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting.
Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow.
Connected, you say?
Yes, and I know what it is. Your lovers. Oh, I'm gonna say it, your lovers. It's not something I can claim to understand. But you and Mr. White are lovers, aren't you?
What? My boy?
You sent that painting to him as a sign of undying love.
My boy, please. You're letting your fancies run away with you. Where do you get these bizarre ideas?
I don't understand how you could...
That's because I'm not. We're not. Don't be ridiculous. Enough. I'll swallow my pride and tell you all.
I knew it. They are lovers.
No, we are not lovers.
Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now. 15 years?
All because of the Deal 6 incident, as you may have guessed.
The name on the back of these photographs.
As you suspected, I could not stand in defense of Maya because of this. Wright would have destroyed me if I did.
So that's the connection.
It is hard for me to tell you this, my boy. But arresting Red White will be nigh on impossible.
Impossible? Why?
He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians.
What?
They are bound, unable to do harm to themselves, and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years.
Alright, let's talk about the DL6 incident. What is the DL6 incident?
DL6 is nothing more than the sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from Medium, a spirit medium.
Medium?
Her name was Misty Fay.
Fay?
Indeed, she was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police, and she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud.
This is what Maya was talking about the other day.
I did all I could for her, and in the end, cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident.
Reason for blackmail. Let's start with that. But why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg?
The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told him.
You told White?
He offered me riches. It is an embarrassment to me now. Because I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail.
I see.
Wright controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet he would still challenge him. Have a close look at Mia's office.
Mia's office?
She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found.
Okay. Well, let's go to her office. It's funny, looking at this room, it seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. Her files? All the cases the chief ever worked on are filed here. They're in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Which file should I look at? Probably A to I for the DL6. Let's see if there's an A record in this file that catches my eye. A, B, F, Misty Faye. That's Mia and Maya's mother. Should I take a look? Read it. I have tarnished the Faye name, leaving only these words. My mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, the lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold that information to the press. This parasite, who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is... The record stops there. So Mia knew Grossberg. Alright. Would it be under White? T-U... I know, W. White. The entire W section is missing. Was it taken? Well, let's look at J to S. Let's see, J through S. Nothing much in here. Maybe just skim some of this? Yeah, skim it. Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. The biggest part's here at the end in S, suicide. Ugh. She has a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. There's writing on most of these in pencil. White? This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drove them all to... I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Alright. Newspaper clipping added article about a politician's suicide. The word White is written in pencil at the top. Interesting. Okay. Alright, I can't look anything at it too deeply then. Alright. Well, can we go back to Grossberg and present this to him? I found this in Mia's files.
So, she was investigating Red White, as I expected. Well, if you wanted to challenge him, you could present this in court.
Not a bad idea. Alright. Is there anything else worth talking about with him, or no? Alright, what about the detention center? Apparently, Miss May is in questioning. I doubt they'll let me talk to her today. Alright. Anything from Blue Corp?
Well, aren't you persistent?
Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you.
Mr. Lawyer?
I really hate having to repeat them myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. Should we show him the newspaper? This is the only clue that Mia left me. I'd better make this one count. Mr. Wright, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then one day, word got out to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. And this concerns me how? I found this article in Mia's office. Miss Mia. She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word, White. Ugh. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. You blackmailed him. You were blackmailing him. Blackmail? Not just him, either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all of the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Wrong, what is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No, I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia. Secretary's office, hello? Mr. Wrong will be leaving now. Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away. Wait a second, Mr. White. You're right, you're wrong. You're wrong, Mr. White. Excuse me. What I should be doing now is going after you. Just what are you insinuating? Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So the culprit would be... Even a child can work it out, Mr. White. You did it. Secretary's office. We won't be needing an escort for Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office. Of course, sir. One moment, please. White, that you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quietude. I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed and but could be violent. What? What man? Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer man. What? Mr. White, this is another one of those... Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you are in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police. Now! Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer. As was Miss Mia. How dare you? I'll point the finger at you, and you'll be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they make you, even you, look competent. I feel faint. Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Butts. Harry Butts. Right, actually. Phoenix Wright. And my friend's name is Larry. Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts was that murderer, right? Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey. What? Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong. September 8th, 3:37 p.m. Detention Center Visitors Room. I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's gonna set a trap for me. And the prosecution will be in on it, of course. Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Wright! Mr. Wright! Oh, Maya! Great, they let you out of detention? Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you. I'm afraid we've switched places. What? You mean, you? I explained what had happened to Maya. I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you. This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? well... Defend me in court. Yeah, there we go. Alright, you can be my defense lawyer tomorrow. Alright. Huh? Leave it to me. I am Mia's sister, after all. Lawyership runs in our blood. Wasn't it ghost powers that ran in your blood? I better run to the bookstore and pick up a copy of Law for Rookies. Wait, what? I'm kidding. It was a joke. No way. No, really, I was kidding. But thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. And there really isn't anything you can do for me anyway. But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind. Just a piece? Okay. Then come to the trial tomorrow. Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two. Times may change, yet with crime, it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finish in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself for this case. With the true culprit appearing as the star witness, this is it. Tomorrow, it's me or him. To be continued, which I think we'll stop there for tonight, and then we'll continue next week. So, that is a good stopping point. We will see you again next time.